putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
The President Trump may be trying to find a way to stay in the Paris climate change agreement.
Well, I think that would be wonderful. It's very difficult to tell day to day what the administration intends with climate, with the Dreamers, and any host of other issues. But look, we should invite the administration, encourage the administration to reconsider. I think it was probably the single biggest relinquishment of American leadership when the president basically said, we're walking off the world stage on climate. If they can be enticed back, I think that's very positive. I don't know why it is so hard for this administration, whether it's on climate or on Iran or on our strategy of defeating ISIS, to acknowledge that the prior administration did some things right. I'm struck in listening to General McMaster right now, George, about how much that secret strategy that the president had of defeating ISIS that we were going to hear about in 30 days turns out to be the Obama administration strategy, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. Don't sweat it. Donald Trump's not following Barack Obama's strategy. Look, if you even mention Paris, hey, I'm going to Paris. Oh, look at you. You're doing something to follow Barack Obama. No. The idea that because Barack Obama initiated something, oh, it must be part of what the strategy was. It could be 1% Obama, and they will claim that Donald Trump's following Obama. You get what I'm saying? Don't sweat it. They want you to believe the Paris Accord is a good deal, the same way they want you to believe the UN is a good deal. Donald Trump goes to the UN and says, look, your role is to be a peacekeeping organization. You're supposed to be getting countries to play together nicely since your charter in the mid-40s. You've never done it. You've never been successful. We have a guy blowing off nuclear weapons, testing nuclear weapons, threatening nations every day. And what do? You pretend it doesn't exist. It's become a joke, the UN. And Donald Trump says exactly what millions of Americans have been saying for decades. And the only thing that matters on the left is who's president. If Barack Obama had said exactly what Donald Trump said, you'd be hearing the press talk about the boldness in which Barack Obama has spoken. It is amazing. He's changed the whole temperature of the UN. The world is now taking notice. People are now blah, blah, blah. They would be extolling the virtues of that man, and rightfully so, had he done that. And let me tell you, we would have said it. We conservatives. I would have said, instead of Barack Obama going there, holding the UN General Assembly like a little bitty boy, and then capitulating on everything, if he had said, you know what? The United States is not here to be your whipping boy. We are not your bank. The International Monetary Fund is going to help countries that are healing, not those that are promoting war or any other type of terror in any way. That's number one. Number two, when it comes to us and our support of the UN, you're going to get your act together. You're going to go into Darfur. You're going to go into Rwanda. You're going to go into the Congo, and you're going to wage peace. You're going to find a way to do it, or else, you know what? You're a useless organization. And when it comes to Iran, who's been stirring up terrorism all over the world, you look at the number of Muslim terror attacks that have increased as the mullahs took over in Iran. This is sacrilege. You people should be ashamed of yourselves. And finally, North Korea. You're going to do something about that. If they wanted to solve world hunger, the UN could have done it. If they wanted to get more peace in the world, the UN could have done it. The UN doesn't give a crap about peace. They don't give a crap about AIDS. They don't give a crap about any of that stuff. You know what they give a crap about? Power. It's a bunch of elitists that get together and pretend that they run the world. And they want us to be a part of it. And Donald Trump goes, whoa, slow your roll. It's not going to happen. Do we want to be a part of understanding what the world is about? Absolutely. We're happy to be a piece, to be involved. But you're not going to tell us what to do. We're going to work at this together. But unlike these other presidents, the other people that quite frankly should have been setting the course for the UN, I'm going to hold you accountable. I'm going to make you have to come up with something tangible at the end of every project you do. See, that's the difference with a project manager. A president who understands that when I give you a task, I'm coming back to check to see how that task is doing. And don't tell me we need another commission. to look into it. For Schiff, that was Adam Schiff, by the way, in that clip. Acknowledge that Barack Obama did something right. What did he do right? Tell me. We're right now, Donald Trump is dealing with frivolous issues regarding race, and they put the whole race incident on Donald Trump's shoulders, thinking it's going to stay. That is the silliest strategy I've ever seen in my life. If they want to go into 2018 making Donald Trump a racist because he's going after the NFL and the people who won't stand for the flag, good luck with that. A friend of mine sent me a note, so I'm going to give her credit, but she said, Kevin, why don't we stick a veteran with every one of those players and then let them kneel? A disabled vet. Put a disabled vet with a Kaepernick or whoever wants to decide they want to take a knee. That's somebody who's in a wheelchair or standing on two prosthetics. Stand next to that sucker that wants to take a knee. And then if Stephen Curry doesn't want to go to the White House, which by the way is only a symbol, it's a symbol and the other, and he wants to go there to make a point. Make a point about what? He's a freaking basketball player. Take a round ball, 27 inches, and put it in a hoop 25 feet away. Good for him. He's good at shooting a ball in a freaking basket and impressing you with his dribble skills, right? That's supposed to gain so much respect. See, these people get caught up in themselves. LeBron James thinks because he takes that 27-inch ball and he runs up and down that court dunking and, showing all this physical prowess, which, by the way, very impressive stuff. But congratulations. But LeBron, let me tell you, it doesn't give you any more voice than anybody else. Donald Trump, he's just Donald Trump. I ain't going to his White House because he ain't. Donald Trump is 50 times the man that LeBron James could ever hope to be. LeBron James is a piece of crap. He's a dude who can handle a basketball, as is Stephen Curry, as is Chris Paul, as is all these other little, social justice warriors. The black people are being mistreated. By the way, would you pull up my limo and get my driver and then make reservations at La Walou so I can go eat there and everybody fawn all over me? And to have women all over the place and flying around in private jets. And by the way, did you set that meeting up with Warren Buffett? But you know what? Black lives matter. And man. And these suckers don't do a thing in their own neighborhoods. I do a charity. I do charity work. I work with kids. What these guys do is they work with kids in order to cover up their nonsense. So when you find out they've got 15 mistresses or they bugger little boys and girls or they do whatever, then they go, yeah, but look at all my charity work. It's like the Clintons. Look at all the great stuff that we do. How can you be mad at us? These people are lying, disingenuous, most disingenuous on the planet. LeBron James, I said this on TV the other day. LeBron James couldn't name you the last person that got killed in Cleveland if you put a gun to his head. Black person, killed by another black person. But he'll name you a black person killed in St. Louis in 2011 and act like he's got some sort of look at what they did to Anthony Lamar Smith. Yeah, LeBron, that was December of 2011. How many black folks were killed in Cleveland that you didn't give a crap about since 2011? Hundreds. Thousands even. Chicago. You think Stephen Curry cares about the 4,000 mostly black people killed since 2009 in Chicago? Or do you think Stephen Curry likes cashing his check and getting his endorsements and acting like he's a social justice warrior? I'm a social justice warrior. I'm out there fighting for the black man. Go march with him. Go comfort a woman whose child has been killed in the streets by some gangbanger who looked just like him. Who looks like you, Stephen, who looks like LeBron James, who looks like Chris Paul, who looks like whoever the guy was that came from Oklahoma to play with them. Go look. All of them look the same. Yeah, let me tell you, do you think any of them has ever sat with any of the mothers whose sons and daughters have been gunned down, whose children have been killed in drive-bys and so on? No, but they want to tell you about the cop killings. Cops out here menacing. Yeah, what about all the crime in these neighborhoods? The very neighborhoods that many of these kids grew up in. They know exactly what's happening, and they ignore it because they're sellouts. They want to sell this concept that we're fighting for the man. We're down with our people. You ain't down with your people. You're a lying skanks is what you are. And they don't have the heart to admit it, but you know what they'll talk. Kevin, you and Uncle Tom. Really? And Uncle Tom calling you out. Yeah, I'm a proud Uncle Tom for calling your sorry butts out and saying to you, you can talk your game, but that ain't going to solve the problem, fool. I got to leave it there for now.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.